for those of you that were wondering what happened last week that I didn't send out a new video, this is what happened.
This is the late partial show host in his natural habitat. In his natural habitat.
Okay, no it's not. This is the late partial host when he's very tired. Yeah, basically I was very, very tired. And like I said in the first video that I sent out this year, I think it was a Rosh Hashanah message or something, I had a whole lot of soap in my beard just to make the video exciting. Well, however you want to look at it, as much as I love making the late partial show, it can't be my priority this year. But if I may say so myself, I think I've been pretty consistent and still putting them out almost every single week and on time. Anyways, well, I don't know why. Am I like apologizing? Okay, let's just get to this week's video. Okay, this is today's video. Let's do it. Just a really quick overview. This week's parsha video starts with me dropping my pen. In last week's Torah portion, we learned about the donating of materials and the building of the tabernacle or the Mishkan. And this was a portable temple, a home for God that we built in the desert. And this home is actually a very manifest expression of the purpose of creation. And that's that God wants to live here with us in this physical realm, with us physical people in a physical way. So if anybody watching this video wants God to be just, this spiritual thing, God doesn't want to be just that spiritual thing. He wants to be in you, living in your daily conduct. At the very end of the parsha, Hashem describes one last piece of furniture that he would like in his home, and this was an incense altar. This was an altar to be placed on the inside, not like the other one that was in the courtyard, and on this altar was to be offered incense. Oh yeah, okay, we're actually almost done. It's a very short but simple and important point. One of the ingredients in this combination of spices for this incense on this altar was, actually I don't know how to pronounce it in English, but the point is the Talmud tells us it smelled very awful and gross and stinky and pungent. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, but that was all terribly redundant.
It just had this foul odor to it. And a little bit after telling us that it stank, the Talmud makes a statement that pretty much tells us that this foul smelling ingredient alludes to sinners. And just because I know that if I was watching a video and someone said the word sinners, I would think twice before I actually realized that sinners was what was said, I'm doing this part where I'm elaborating on the fact that I said sinners. Yes, sinners, people who sin. And the Rebbe tells us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Rebbe tells us that from the fact that this foul-smelling, bad-smelling ingredient was an essential ingredient, essential component of the incense, without which the incense would be invalid. This teaches us that every single Jew, even those who are sinning, and especially those that, people like saying, oh, I'm a sinner, when you're not a sinner, come on, get real. You don't even know enough to be a sinner. I feel like I shouldn't say that. I don't know. We'll put it in anyway. Every single Jew, even those sinning, is an essential, indispensable part of the Jewish people. Yeah, some of us don't behave appropriately. We're not sometimes living up to our truest self. But we need to be one. This lesson is actually in some other places. Not only some other places, it's all throughout Torah. The whole point of Torah is love of your fellow Jew. But just in this week's Torah portion, we find this lesson in so many areas. Anyway, that's it. I've realized that I actually didn't finish the last sentence over here. But the point is, folks, may we increase in our love for our fellow Jew, and by doing that, we'll automatically increase in the joy in our lives. And by increasing in love and in joy, we will bring the revealed state of the world where everything is, almost hippie style. Well, not at all hippie style, but these are the words hippies use, right? Love and joy and peace, the revelation of Moshiach. May that revelation be now, please God.